All right. Whoa, that's way too many things playing. Lauren pushing lots of buttons. Here we go. All right. Bulls Nation, welcome to it. This is your 12U Junior Bulls taking on the Smoky Mountain Wild, formerly known as the Knoxville Ice Bears. They changed last year. We have about a 3-minute warm up, and then we will be underway. Looks like we're going to have big number 13, Elijah Cole, starting between the pipes for us on this game. While we're here warming up, we'll go ahead and take a minute to tell our coaches thank you. Appreciate the job that they do. Head coach Josh Uptain, assistant coach Chris Brennan, and then that off-ice guy. That'd be me. I'm Justin Cole, here with my lovely wife Lauren Cole. She's going to help us run the clock and everything like usual. Another new thing we got for you guys. We're going to keep up with the standings for SYTHL as the season progresses. So right now, we've got your Bulls sitting on top, followed by the Cottonmouths, the Fire, the Ice Bandits, the Junior River Kings, and then Preds, Rampage, and Wild have not played yet. So we'll see how it shakes out after this week. And I'll keep that updated and keep posting that for you guys just to kind of keep you in the loop of where we stand. Points-wise for the season, but be underway here in about a minute 20. If you have access to the chat, want to drop us a line, give a player a shout out, say go Bulls, what have you, by all means, feel free. Hey, Lonnie Vogan, we see you. Have not seen the Wild yet this year, so not sure what they look like, but we'll get a good read on them pretty shortly. So just to catch you guys up, if you watched the friendlies last weekend, we had both Big Ben and Parker Allen were out with some minor injuries. I'd say minor. They were their injuries, so it's enough to keep them out for a couple of weeks. But we have both of them on the ice today. Glad to see them back. Hopefully we can keep them healthy. All right, that sound means it is time to get this thing underway. Stand up here to better do this camera. The kiddos are going to get a couple last minute words from Coach Josh. We'll get this thing moving. That is a load bearing support column in front of me, so not much I can do about that. And they're all up and down the side of the rink. So, hey, Marianne. All right. Breaking it up, and here we go. Coming out for the Bulls for the first shift will be Keegan Brennan's line. So he'll have Gus Federley with him on the right, Sasha Dedew on the left. Looking like we're going to have Colton Pennington and Bay Thomas back on defense. Miss Lauren, Amelia says hi.
Amelia, I love you.
Miss Lauren says she loves you, Amelia. All right, here we go. Refs checking on the goalies. No, hang on. Hold on. Talking to the coaches. Yeah, reminding of the mouth guards. And here we go. Puck is dropped. Bulls push it forward, but it goes right to the Wild defense. Wild pick it up come at the Bulls, but Keegan Brennan recovers before it can get in the zone. Passes up looking for Gus on the right. Gus can't quite get in the zone, gets tied up. Wild dump it into Bulls territory. Picked up by Bay Thomas behind the net. She circles around, going up the boards, looking for Sasha. Sasha over to Keegan. Keegan gets tied up with a defender, but pushes past. He's on the breakout now. It's Keegan and Gus and Sasha, all three. Keegan cuts through traffic, makes one move, takes a shot, gets the stick of the goalie, though. Well defended by that Wild goalie. They pass it up looking for Bay Thomas at the blue line, but it gets past Bay. She's going to drop back, send it over to her defensive partner, Colton Pennington. Colton passes up for Keegan. Keegan's got some space, but runs right into a defender. Sasha puts a stick on it. Keegan recovers. Keegan trying to move through traffic, but too many sticks in the way. Sasha trying to make a stand at the blue line. Defense is dropping back wisely to help out Elijah. They come up the middle. Great stick by Colton Pennington to send that one in the corner. Recovered by Bay Thomas. Remy Uptain's line checks in. They hit Nate in space. Nate on the rush now, getting run down from behind. Nate trying to make the play from his bottom. Remy coming in to help out, recovers behind the net. Remy shielding the puck, battling. They go down. Gus comes in to help him out. Wild pick it up behind the net, immediately challenged by Nate, but they flip it around to a winger. Remy's right there with them. Remy with the challenge and the steal. They tip it behind the net. Nate now has it, circles, makes one miss. Colton Pennington fires a shot. It almost goes off the Wild player, and it goes between the goalie's legs, but it hit the post and bounced out. Back to Jude Cody on defense. Jude flips it up the boards. Remy's going to chase. Gus is going to get there first and dig it out, trying to get it to Remy. Wild are going to clear this one out, but a stick from Jude Cody slows it down. Gets picked up by Cole Major. Cole Major skates up as everybody checks in. Goes behind the net now. Wraps around and misses, but here comes Will Federley dumping it back in right off the bench to Nate. Jack Hooper has it now. Jack passes to Will in the slot. Will winds up, takes a shot just barely over the net. I'm going to need a cough drop when this is all said and done. Nate Key circles, fires from the point, wide right. Excuse me. Cole Major keeps it in at the blue line. Picks a backhanded shot, but it's just too much traffic in the way. Caleb Doro comes in to try to help him out. Cole Major drops back. Cole Major backhands one, trying to get it to Will Federley, but deflected. Jack comes in, picks it up behind the net. Jack shovels it up to Caleb. Caleb clears the zone. Picked up by Parker. They go wide looking for Jack, but can't quite hook up with him. Now Parker has it. Parker skates it in. Parker skates up, loses his feet, no call. Jack comes in to help him out as they battle here in the corner. Wild come away with it. Caleb Doro challenges behind the net. Ethan Buck with the steal and a shot. Wide right. Wild iced that one, and we're going to have a stoppage. Lots of good pressure from the Bulls. Lots of good opportunities here. Hey, Maria, go Bulls. Apologize for the voice, y'all. I completely lost it earlier this week, so if I'm a little raspy, that's why. 9:09 left on the first period clock. Keegan Brennan's line is out. Colton and Bay back on defense. Off drops. All right, Wild win the face-off. They skate into the neutral zone. Defense dropping back. Keegan with the back check and harasses it. Now, Keegan picks it up, makes a move through traffic in the neutral zone. Keegan's in the zone. He's got Gus with him. Keegan takes a shot, tucks it right around the goalie's pad, and your Bulls strike first blood. Keegan Brennan putting on a clinic out there. That line will stay out. Bulls win it forward, but immediately intercepted by the defense of the Wild. Keegan Brennan steals it now, sends it over to Sasha. Sasha skating in, going wide, takes a shot. Too much in the way. Gus is trying to clean that one up. Wild did a good job of helping their goalie out, kicking that one out. Keegan Brennan has it again, trying to move through traffic, but too many sticks in the way. Wild recover, chased down by Sasha. Sasha on the back, slowing this guy down, letting the defense get in position. They take a shot. Elijah easily deflects that one aside. Bay goes around the boards. Keegan, last there, causes a turnover right to Colton Pennington. Colton's got space, so he's skating. Here goes Colton, giving his offense some time to check out. Colton taps it around, can't quite connect with the back of the net, but pushes it in the corner. Here comes Remy Uptain to help him out. Remy with the forecheck, turnover to Nate. Nate now has it against the near side. Nate takes a shot. Goalie drops it. It's still live. Wild recover. They send it around the far side boards. Remy back checking and steal. Remy skates wide, passes up, hits Will on the near side boards. Will skates in. He's got Nate with him. Makes a move, and Will Federley coming up with the score. Really great job. Will went right in on the goalie, pulled him out of position, and tucked it around his leg. Jack Hooper's line checks in. The hustle line, as they're known. Caleb Doro hits Cole Major at the point. He skates in. Cole Major takes a shot. It's still loose. Jack Hooper tried to shove that one home, but the goalie did a great job of covering that one up and froze and said, I got it. Nobody move. Same line out for the Bulls. They win it back to Caleb. Caleb goes to Ethan. Ethan winds up. Fans on that one, and the defense puts a stick on it. Jude Cody helps him out, throws it up against the far side boards, and it goes behind the net. Wild recover, trying to exit the zone. Cole Major steps up and blocks that one from exiting. He gets it over to Caleb Doro. Caleb trying to get his options. He gets it over to Ethan Buck. Ethan with the one-timer. It goes over the goalie's back, and Caleb Doro cleans that one up. Great job to crash the net. That's what we've been teaching him to do. Been harping on that all week. Love to see it come to fruition, but that was everybody on that line touched that puck. Really great job of that whole group. Coming out for the Bulls now, we've got Keegan's line. Sasha on his left, Gus on his right. We got Parker Allen and Fisher Renicky back on defense. Bulls win this one forward. Keegan on the charge, right through traffic. Keegan with the backhand, and Keegan gets number 2. With 6:31 left to play in the first, Bulls up 4-0. Wild win the face-off. They're going to push into Bulls territory. Defense right there to push them into the boards. And they fire it up looking for Gus. Oh, a fan shot causes this one to get out of the zone. Recovered by Gus Federley. Right there, Gus to Sasha. Gus with the backhand. It's still live. And they're still digging on the goalie, but it should have been called no goal. Yeah. Good call. I don't like it when they stab goalies. All right, checking in now is Remy's line. Remy, Nate on his left, Will on his right. Bay and Pennington back on defense. Pennington, Colton, Pennington, whatever. Nate has it on his backhand. Chips one at the net, but it goes behind. Recovered by the Wild. They're going to rim it around, trying to exit the zone. Bay gets there, sends it back up for Will. Will on the near side boards, tries to hit Nate in the low slot, but stick of a defender gets in the way. Wild skating out of the zone now. They're going to send this one in deep in the corner. Picked up by Will. Will's going to go behind our net. Will on the charge now. He's got Nate in front of him. Remy to his right. Nate's going to skate wide. Will's going to skate wide. Right up the center now. Takes a shot. Blocked by the goalie. Wild pick it up behind their net. Wild send it down into the neutral zone, but it's going to be picked up by Colton. Colton's going to flip this one forward. Will Federley now has a chance. Will gets it on the stick, takes a shot. It's still live. Bulls trying to clean up the loose change, and Remy shot one. It went under the goalie, over to Will, and Will put that one away in the back of the net. Here comes the hustle line. Jack Hooper out there. Ethan Buck on his left, Caleb on his right. Big Ben is back. He's on defense with Lucas Colmajor. They flip one at us. Jack picks it up in the neutral zone, goes wide looking for Colmajor. Colmajor sends it up for Caleb. Caleb skates in. Caleb goes in the corner with it now, trying to protect the puck. Tried to center that one, but it was intercepted by a Wild defender. Dropping back on defense comes Big Ben and Lucas. This one's going to trickle into Bulls territory. Colmajor is going to pick it up and skate behind the net. He's going to flip it around, looking for Ethan Buck on the far side, but they can't hook up. Now Ethan chips it up for Jack. Jack's on the rush. Jack skates wide, hits Ethan in the slot, but Ethan couldn't wrangle that one down to get a shot on net. Caleb loses his feet. Big collision there in the corner as he and a Wild player run into each other. Colmajor picks it up at center ice, skates to the boards, and goes to throw it in, but that was offsides. Caleb had him by like a step or two. A lot of good effort, good passing by the Bulls going on here. Keegan's line out. Jude Cody and Parker Allen on defense. Bulls push into Wild territory. Gus trying to get it over to Sasha, but they can't quite connect. Here comes Jude. He skates up. And the Wild get this one out into the neutral zone, so Bulls have to tag up Parker Allen, settle in it, trying to get it over to Sasha. He does. They're in the zone now. Sasha spins, tries to feed it back to his defense, but they hadn't quite gotten in position yet. Jude has it, circles. Fires one up looking for Keegan. Keegan gets it on his stick. It's a 3-on-1. Keegan's in the zone. Tries to pass it over to Gus, but they can't quite connect. Passes a little bit too late. Puck comes back to Jude. He had stepped up to try to make that play, but it was going to squirt out and get back to Bulls territory. Parker Allen's going to pick it up. He skates around behind the net. He's got space to Parker. Challenge now in the Bulls zone, but here comes Parker. Parker skates into the far right corner, sends it up for Keegan. Keegan spinning, trying to make guys miss, makes a move inside. It comes off of Keegan's stick and bounces high. Wild's going to rim this one around, trying to clear the zone, but Keegan's not giving him a lot of room to work here. Keegan has it again, moves through the center, backhands one at the net. It hits a defender, though. Parker steps up, makes that play right at the blue line, does not clear the zone. Parker stands up and catches one in the chest and keeps it live for the Bulls. Here comes Keegan. Toe drags around one, takes a backhanded shot. Sasha comes to clean it up. The puck is still loose. Wild now recover. They're going to send this one out wide. That one should be an icing. And it is. All right, Remy's line is coming out. Nate on his left, Will on his right. Colton and Fisher back on defense this time. Bulls win this one over towards Will, but it gets picked off by a Wild defender, and they're going to clear the zone here. It gets up to Colton. Colton in the zone, settles it down, gets it up to Will. Will feeds Nate way deep in the neutral zone. Nate's into Wild territory. Takes a couple of moves, and Nate puts one In the back of the net from the point, Nate Key with some great moves there. Minute 56 left in the first. Bulls up 6-0. Remy wins this one over to Will. Will pushes into wild territory. And stick of a defender sends this one wide. Remy's there to help out. Backhands it to keep it live for the Bulls. Now Nate comes in to help him out. Fisher pokes it forward. It gets over to Will at the point. Will's going to shoot one at the net, but it goes wide. Remy with the forecheck. Will rims this one backhand back to the corner, but the Wild pick it up and they're going to retreat behind their own net. Again, using the boards. This one's going to clear the zone. Pennington's right there. Escape past him, but here comes Fisher and Will dropping back. Fisher's going to get it behind the net. Tries to backhand it for Will. Sticked away by Elijah as they take a shot at the net from behind the posts. Nate Key turning on the Jets trying to get there, but that's going to be an icing. Great effort by Nate, but nothing doing. All right. Big Ben and Bay check in on defense. We've got Jack Hooper for the face-off. Ethan and Caleb with him. Love to see the kids out there sporting their A's and C's. Big Ben got a C for the white jerseys, and so did Ethan Buck and Jack. And congrats to those guys. Ethan throws this one right at the Wild, but it's going to miss, and that one's going to be an icing. One minute left in the first. Big Ben flips it up the near side boards looking for Jack. Defenders are going to get there first and send it back at the Bulls, but Caleb Dora was there to try to dig it. It gets back to Bay. Bay hits Ethan on the far side. Ethan skates in. He's getting run down, but takes a shot. Misses wide. Gets back to Big Ben. Big Ben uses the boards, trying to get it up. He does. He's got some space to work. He's going to wind up and shoot. That one goes off the goalie's glove into the boards. Ramps around for Ethan Buck. Ethan goes wide for Big Ben. He makes one miss. Shot from the point. Caught by the goalie. Very nice save by that Wild goalie. Flashed that leather and snatched that one right out of the air. Jack, Ethan, and Caleb are going to stay out. Checking in on defense now is Parker Allen and Lucas Colemager. Wild win this one. Caleb's going to intercept and try to throw it back in deeper for the Bulls, but defender's right there with the challenge, prevent him from doing that. Now he's got it, toe drags it around, trying to make some guys miss. He pushes deeper into territory, and right in the slot gets challenged, and a stick from a defender causes that turnover. This one's going to clear the zone, but that is going to be your first period. Bulls up 6-0 right now. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to get some water for the scratchy throat. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. Checking in for the Bulls on Tendy duty is Big Graham Steven, number 77. Graham had some great games last weekend. Oh, yeah, there you go. Don't forget Graham's button. All right, Lucas Colmajor back there giving his goalie some words of encouragement. Keegan Brennan out for the face-off. He's got Gus and Sasha with him. Parker Allen back on defense with Lucas Colmajor. Keegan wins the face-off, pushes it forward. Sasha picks it up, but not before a defender can put a stick on it. But Sasha, against the odds, he hits the crossbar on his shot. Rob gets back to Parker Allen in the neutral zone. Parker settles it down, and Gus was trying to get back across. Could not make it, so we've got an offsides. Sasha with the beauty of his shot. It just hit the crossbar. Bulls win it forward. It's right there, but they send it over to their defender against the boards over here. Wild trying to clear this one out. Keegan puts a skate on it and pins it against the boards. Now it's stopped by Colmajor. He shoots from the blue line, scooped up by the goalie. Gus trying to come in and cause some disruption there right in the crease, but nothing doing. Nice shot by Colmajor. We'll be on the other dot for the faceoff. Remy's line checks in. Nate on the left. Will on the right. Colton and Jude back on defense. Gets over to Will. Will backhands it just deep in the corner. Remy challenges, steals this one away. Remy circles, tries to pass it up to Nate, but can't quite connect as the defenders put a stick on it. Nate now steals it against the boards. Nate circles wide. Nate moving through traffic, makes one miss, makes two miss, comes off his stick, and he winds up pushing Remy. I think he thought that was a Wild player. Wild have it now. They're going to clear the zone. This one jumps past Jude's stick. Remy on the back check. Colmajor's real deep, playing conservative. They take a shot, blocked by, I think that was Will put a skate on it, and Remy chased it into the corner. Colmajor has it now, spins, trying to exit the zone. He flips it up for Will. Will gets over to Nate. Nate on the rush. Nate goes wide. Nate with the shot, but it hit the side of the net. He tried to flip it over for Will, but Wild recover, and they're going to exit the zone this time, and that one's going to have way too much on it and likely be an icing. And it is. .11:16 on the clock in the second. Jack's line coming out. He's got Ethan Buck and Caleb Doro with him. Back on defense, Big Ben and Fisher. Jack wins this one back to Caleb. Caleb over to Ethan. Ethan with the one-timer hits a defender, and I know that hurt. Ethan gets his own rebound, sends one at the net, but it's way over. And the Wild clear this one out. Big Ben sits back, waits for it, gets it over to Fisher. Fisher sends it right back at Big Ben, but a little bit off target, and it's intercepted by a Wild defender. They push into Bulls territory. Wild trying to go through the middle, but the Bulls pinch, and they get it right up to Caleb Doro, who kicks it out of the zone, and he's on the rush now. Gets bodied by a defender, and he's off the puck, but Ethan Buck gets in front of that one. Ethan backhands it to Caleb. Caleb couldn't settle it down for the one-timer. He was right there, though. Wild clear the zone. Big Ben sees it. Sends it to Caleb. Caleb spins. He's going to chip this one up, and that one actually goes in the Bulls bench, so we'll have to have a face-off. 10:25 left in the second. All right, Sasha on the move, He throws it against the near side boards and chases his own pass. Gets pinned, but not before he chips it in behind him, and the Wild are going to have to retreat behind their own net. Gus on the forecheck, caused a bad pass, but they do manage to flip this one out and into Bulls territory. It really should have been an icing, but Bay Thomas gets there. She's going to send it around for Keegan. Keegan makes one miss. He's got Gus with him. Keegan and Gus now. Keegan drops it behind for Gus. Gus, cannot connect with it. Sasha now has it. Stick lift. And Wild are going to clear this one out of the zone. Wild on the rush. Bay Thomas dropping back. Bay keeping her man in front of her causes this one to just bounce and roll towards G. And Graham Stephen jumps on that one and says, not today. For those of you who care, my Auburn Tigers are tied with Vanderbilt 7-7. Bama's playing LSU, but I can't keep track of that one. Remy wins this one, but it manages to take a weird bounce at the net, and Graham seals the pipe. Remy gets the rebound, and they're going to clear this one out this time. Cole Major steps up. Sorry, that's Pennington. Pennington steps up, not letting him get back in the zone. Remy back checks, picks it up behind the net, rims it around for Nate. Nate settling it down, looking for some options here. He starts to skate wide, making another move. Nate turning on the Jets here. Nate Key on the rush and gets tripped up by the goalie, but Remy Uptain was right there trying to put it away. They managed to clear that one out of the crease. And Remy's now battling two guys, takes his shoulder to the back. Nate Key comes in. Nate Key with the bump. That probably should have been called too. Colton goes to his defensive partner at Parker Allen. Parker winds up and fires wide, and the goalie snatches it out of the air. Nice shot by Parker, though. Checking in for the Bulls, Jack, Ethan, and Caleb. Back on defense, Big Ben and Jude Cody. Jack can't quite wrangle this one. The Wild get it on their stick. They're going to go up against the far side boards and clear the zone. Pursued by Ethan Buck. Jude Cody puts a stick on it, pinches his man against the board. Caleb trying to get it up to Jack. Jack has it in the zone. It's Jack and Ethan. Jack tries to cross it to Ethan, but can't quite make it through all the traffic. And Caleb comes in to try to help him out, but this one clears the zone. Big Ben and Jude Cody dropping back. Jude gets there. Tries to leave it for Big Ben, but an aggressive Wild player gets in there and puts a stick on it. Jack intercepts at the blue line. And here comes Jack, one-on-one with the goalie. Jack with the shot, and Jack gets him one. Same line is out. Wild win this one over against the near side boards. They try to go further in, but it's going to be picked up by their center, and center tried to spin and skate this one, but it's intercepted by the Bulls. Caleb Doro on the rush. He throws it into the far corner for Jack. Gets back to Jude. Jude steps his options. Jude flips it up, looking for Ethan Buck. Ethan chips one at the net. Goalie puts a stick on that. They rim it around, trying to clear the zone here. And Jude puts a stick on it. Great job by Jude holding that blue line and not letting them exit the zone. The poke checks are unbelievable here. Jack takes a shot. Goalie scoops that one up. 7:04 left in the second. Keegan Brennan's Line is out. Keegan pushes it right there and puts a stick on it, though. Fisher and Cole Major dropping back, but Sasha gets there and harasses his man. They do manage to get it out of the zone, so Bulls have to regroup. Keegan Brennan taps it up for Cole Major. Cole Major skates in deep, tries to backhand a pass across to Sasha, but there's too much traffic in the slot. Cole Major back up to Keegan, and this one's going to go to the defenders, and they manage to clear that one. Fisher's got to drop back. He goes wide for Sasha. Not quite enough on that one, though. It's back to Fisher. Challenge right in the slot, and it gets to Graham, but Graham sticks it aside. Great play by Graham, but it looks like Lucas Cole Major slid into the net and hit it with his ribs. He's up, he's moving. He's giving a thumbs up. He says, I'm fine. But I know colliding with that steel pipe is not fun. He's like, I'm good, coach. Don't take me out. Puck is dropped. Keegan pushes forward, but the Wild can't keep it at the blue line, and Gus Federley's on the rush. Gus beats him off the blue line, takes a shot over the goalie's glove, and Gus Federley hits that one. Gus with a challenge right at the blue line, and just jumped over the defender's stick. He turned the jets on and saw wide open ice. Remy's line is in. Remy wins it over to Nate. Nate flips it back at Remy, but the Wild get a stick on it. Nate digs it off the near side boards, goes wide, fires one across for Remy. Remy tips it up towards Will, but it bounces off of Will's stick right back at him. Remy's going to throw this one in deep, and that one's on net, so the goalie's going to have to dive to stop that one. Same line in, Parker and Bay back on defense. Wild win the face-off, but they flip it right at our defense, and Parker Allen takes a huge shot at the goalie, and he managed to get that one right out of the air. Nice shot from Parker, though. 5:43 left on the clock for the second period. Remy challenges his man, and now Parker's got it with a lot of space. He skates in. Parker on the attack. Loses the puck because of the pressure from the defenders. Backhands one looking for Will Federley. Will gets over there with a stick lift, fires one at the net as he loses his feet, and Parker gets back on defense and sends that one up the boards. It gets to Remy. Remy takes a shot, hits the skate of a defender. Remy stick lifts and others everywhere, and they're going to call Remy for a check here. They are roughing, most likely. Yeah, roughing. So Remy Uptain's going to the box for a minute and a half for the rough. So your Bulls will be on the first PK of the weekend. And yes, I said first because we tend to get some of those. So checking in for the penalty kill unit, we've got Ethan Buck, Caleb Doro, Big Ben, and Colton Pennington. It looks like Ethan is going to take the face-off for us. Looks like we've got a double, maybe? I saw the roughing call, but I don't know why Fisher's also in there. We're trying to give him a 2-minute penalty, but that is not correct. We do 1.5 minutes. I don't know why Fisher's in the box too. We're skating 5 on 4, sorry. Wild try to take a shot, but they were behind the net. Caleb Doro is going to chase it against the near side board. Caleb getting pinned. Caleb fighting off 2 Wild offensemen. Caleb getting low with the block, makes him take a bad pass, and this one's going to clear out with pressure from Ethan. They're going to fire it in. They do get back on side, but Big Ben gets it. Big Ben skates up. Big Ben's going to throw this one on net here in a second. He's going to rim it around and get back on defense. Caleb Doro on the forecheck. They get it around Caleb, but Ethan Buck's right there. He sends it forward for Caleb. Caleb pins it against the boards, wasting more time here on this penalty kill. Wild clear this one out, but Ethan's in hot pursuit, steals it. Ethan with the pickpocket. He's in the zone now. He's got 4 Wild players he's trying to fight off. Loses his feet. Wild send this one up the boards, but here comes Big Ben. Big Ben moves through some traffic. Got it on his stick now. He fires. Sticked aside by one of the Wild defenders. Over to Caleb. Caleb hits Ethan. Ethan trying to move forward. Does. Into traffic. Takes a shot. And the goalie swallows that one up. Should have about 10 seconds left. The clock, penalty clock on the scoreboard is not running. It just says 2 minutes. So out for the Bulls, Keegan and Sasha on offense. Back on defense is Jude and Lucas Colmajor. Refs are talking about something. Keegan decides to do an up-down. I don't know what the discussion is. All right, here we go. Puck is dropped. They win it over to Sasha. Sasha right up to Colmajor. He tries to take a one-time slap shot on it, but doesn't quite get all of it, and it kind of bounces into the slot. Now Bulls battling in. Keegan up to Sasha. Keegan again trying to move it forward for Sasha, but they can't quite connect there as so many bodies are crowding. Now the Wild clear this one out. Gets back to Cody. Cody flips it up the boards. Goes right into Wild territory. Wild pick it up, retreat behind their net. Wild have it. They're exiting the zone. Fisher comes out of the box. Cody battling guys on the far side boards. Colmajor comes in to help him out. They clear the zone. Wild are offsides. And Remy Uptain is still in the box. I wonder if they hit him with a 5-minute major. Jack's line is out. We're back at full strength now. Wild push into Bulls territory, but Parker Allen right there. Bulls clear this one out of the zone. It gets up to Will and Jack. It gets to Jack between Jack's feet. Jack throws it in deep into Wild territory, pursued by Will. He gets there first, makes one miss, skates around behind the net. Will trying to make something happen here. Goes for the wraparound, but the goalie stuffed that one. Parker Allen gets it now. He's deep into the offensive zone. Flips one at the net, and Will almost cleaned that one up and got his hat trick. Will goes back to Bay. Bay wrangles this one down, goes to throw it in deep, takes a big hit, and no call. They throw it into the corner in Bulls territory. Parker Allen's going to get there first behind the net. Parker skates it up. No real challenge, so Parker's just going to keep skating. Parker's in. Parker skates in deep, makes one miss, goes to the side looking for Jack, but they can't hook up as Jack lost his feet. Nate Key now challenges. Goes to Will. Will skating forward as Jack exits the zone. Will with Jack right behind him. Will takes a shot over the net. Wild are exiting the zone, skating towards the Bulls. They're going to dump this one in and chase it, but Parker Allen's going to get there first. Parker wheels around. Dropped it back for Bay. Bay uses the boards, going up looking for Nate. Bulls now throw this one up high, and Parker's going to clear this one into the neutral zone. Nate with the forehand causes a bad pass. It's going to get back to Bay Thomas. Bay goes up the boards looking for Jack. Bulls can't keep a handle on it now, and the Wild throw it right back at us. 52 seconds left in the second. Bay skates around, goes wide looking for Nate. Nate goes up looking for Will in space, but defense read that one and jumped in front of it. Nate Key circles now. He's got the puck on his stick. Nate cuts back. Beats another one on the side. Goes for the pass on the side for Will, but can't hook up. Will giving a little love tap there to the defender that was on him. They throw this one into Bulls territory. 17 seconds left in the second. Colton Pennington picks it up in the near corner. Colton skates wide. The pass up almost to Jack, but it bounced ahead of his stick and he couldn't keep a handle on it. Wild send it right back at our zone. Big Ben picks it up, and that's going to do it for the second period. Your Bulls up 8-0. We'll be right back. All right, we're back for the third. Got a little bit of a line shake-up here as it looks like Remy is still in the box. They're trying to get some clarity on the penalty. The coaches are asking, was it a 5? Was it a 10? And we did change goalies. Elijah Cole back out for Tindy for the third. Keegan Brennan out for center with Ethan Buck and Caleb Doro. Back on defense, Big Ben and Colton. All right, Remy's still in the box. He must have gotten a 10-minute major, so probably going to have to sit out the next game if I had to guess. All right, Keegan wins this one forward, but it gets over to Caleb. Caleb's going to chip it against the near side boards. Challenge at the blue line by the Wild. They get this one out. Big Ben puts a stick on it. He skates, screens the puck with his body, and backhands it looking for Ethan. Can't connect, though. Wild chipping into Bulls territory. Big Ben goes right up to Caleb. Caleb up to Keegan. Keegan skates in. Keegan drops it for Caleb, but Caleb just, Big Ben was a step behind. And when he stopped that one, it was offside, so we'll have to have a face-off. And we do have a rolling clock, so the clock will stay on. 12:21 left to play in the third. Keegan wins the face-off, pushes forward, right through the center, but they collapse on him. He takes a shot, and the goalie drops on it. Ethan came in to try to help out and clean up, but goalie had done a great job sealing that one out. Same line for the face-off. Keegan wins it back to Big Ben. Big Ben settles it down, takes the shot. That one got all the way through, and the goalie flipped it up in the air. Ethan digging behind the net, trying to get possession, but the Wild come up with it. Caleb Doro with the challenge causes the turnover, but Wild trying to clear the zone here. They do this time. On the rush. And Keegan with the pickpocket. Somebody get this guy a bank robber mask, because he stole that right off the stick. Keegan behind the net now. Wild putting the body to him, pushing him out, not letting him get right in the slot where he wants to be. Big Ben steps up. Big Ben fires a bullet, and that's right in front of the crease. It's still live. Keegan has it on his backhand. Keegan gets to Ethan. Ethan tried to put a stick on it, but now Ethan settles it down. Ethan circles wide, up to the point, straight into the slot, and Ethan Buck, right over the net. Gets over to Keegan. Keegan flips it high to Caleb. Caleb looking back, looking for his options, goes behind the net looking for Keegan now. Keegan gets hit big time, and they're going to get Keegan for the call instead of the first hit that went to him. Keegan got hit in the face with a stick first and retaliated. And so we'll be on a penalty kill.
That was funny.
All right, so out for the Bulls, we'll have Gus for the face-off. He's going to have Sasha and Fisher with him, and Colmager back there on defense. All right, they win this one over to Sasha. Sasha presses forward. Colmager comes in to support. He skates up. Colmager in the zone now. He winds up, takes a shot. It's off the side of the net. He goes for the wraparound and gets it. Colmager gets a point. Yep. The Bulls get the shorty. Sasha for the face-off this time. Sasha pushes it forward, gets it up to Gus. Gus skates it in the zone. Gus goes wide, looking for something to do here. Backhands one at the net, but the goalie, it went right through his 5-hole. And Gus Federley gets number 2 for him on the day. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left. Bulls up 10-0. Remy Uptain is out of the box now. So Remy's going to take the face-off. He's got Nate with him. Colmager and Fisher back on defense. Remy wins it over to Nate. Nate's in the zone. Gets caught up in some traffic. Keegan checks in from the box. Disrupts that. It gets it over to Remy. Remy on the near side boards. Hits Keegan in space. Keegan drags around one. Keegan works in. Keegan's mad because he got called for that, it looks like. He chips it up looking for Nate. Nate backhands one to Cole Major. Cole Major winds up and fires at the net, sticked aside by the goalie. Picked up by Keegan, and Keegan, Michigan. Woof. That was Keegan. That's Keegan's hat trick, too. I think they're getting on to Keegan about doing to Michigan. All right, Jack for the face-off. He's got Ethan and Caleb back with him, so we've got the lines worked back out. 7 minutes and counting on the clock. Wild come away with this, chip it into Bulls territory. Fisher's going to drop back and collect this one, and winds around. Oh, fired for the pass, trying to get it up to Ethan, but intercepted. Then Caleb Doro comes in and steals it. Scrum right there at the blue line. The Wild fire it back into the far corner over there, but Fisher with the challenge and the steal gets it over to Ethan. Ethan's going to curl, come against the near side boards, and use that to flip it out into space. He hits Cole Major deep in territory. Cole Major skates in, and Jack's in the net. That's no good. That should be no good. Jack was in the net. That's no goal. No, that should be a no goal because Jack was in the net. There we go. Yeah, there's the hand signal. No goal. So we'll have a face-off just outside the zone. Keegan Brennan, Gus Federley, and Sasha Dedu. Keegan presses right into space, circles around, fires back to Parker Allen on his defense. Parker makes a couple miss. He takes his shot, hit by a defender. Wild trying to fight through Keegan, and they do clear the zone this time. Jude Cody picks it up. Jude not being pressured, so he tips it forward for Sasha. Sasha makes a move wide. Pressure now gets a shoulder from behind. No call. Parker wouldn't let that one exit the zone. Flips it up for Sasha. The Wild pick it up in the corner. Sasha with the forecheck. Sends it right back at him. They're going to rim this one around this time. Keegan not letting them clear it. This one will exit the zone this time. Parker's going to pick it up. He goes up against the near side boards for far side boards for Sasha. Sasha throws it in for Keegan, but Keegan can't catch up to it. Now it's out. Jude Cody has it at the blue line. Skates it in the zone. They get it over to Sasha. Sasha shoots off the post. They go for the wraparound, and the goalie seals the pipe. Defender's going to sling that one out. Keegan throws one on net, but it's behind. Jude flips this one up for Sasha. That's offsides, and we'll have to have a face-off. Whole new line checking in for the Bulls. Remy's line comes out. Will and Nate. Will has it, skates in the zone, gets bodied. He takes a shot, but it's wide of the net. Nate sealing the boards, not letting them clear this one easily. They dig it out and send it down, but Big Ben gets it first. He taps it around, moves up in space. Big Ben's going to enter the zone. He chips it in deep. Remy Uptain's going to be the first one there. Circles behind the net, throws the brakes on and goes the other way. He tried to get that one on his forehand to make a pass. Couldn't do it. Gets back to Big Ben. Big Ben's going to throw it in deep again for Remy. Gets behind the net to Will. Will tries for the wraparound, and that one's in. I think Will Federley just got his hat trick. All right, Jack Hooper out for the face-off. He's got Caleb Doro and Ethan Buck with him. Caleb presses forward, back to Jack. Jack moving through the middle. Loses it off the end of his stick, but Ethan Buck comes in and steals it. Wild do recover, though, and they're skating through the red line. They're entering the zone now. Ethan Buck comes in and picks that one off as they skate in. Ethan behind the net. And lofts it up, trying to clear the zone. Cole Major's there to help him out. So is Jack. Now Ethan has it, takes a shot wide right. Caleb Doro with the block, not letting this one get out. Jack has it on his stick. Jack takes a shot. Can't connect. He tries to backhand one for Ethan, but now the Wild have it on their sticks, and they are leaving the zone here. Throwing this one all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. Minute 55 left on the clock. Keegan Brennan battling for it on the near side boards, trying to keep a handle on it, but they keep throwing the body into him. Now they're going to clear, but Keegan comes from behind. Gus gets caught up with one. They send this one back to Jude on defense. Jude spins, trying to screen his man off the puck, but he's being harassed. Sends it over for Fisher, but it's behind Fisher. Fisher with the stick now, slowing it down, not letting the pass connect to the center. Now it's going to be picked up by Keegan. Keegan skating through. They pick him off, and Jude's going to have to backtrack very quickly. Keep this one from going on net. Elijah seals the pipe. Prevents that one from getting anywhere close. Jude now sends it up wide. He was looking for Gus. Gus picks it up before it's icing. Gus tries to hit Sasha on the back door, but they can't connect. Great setup. Sasha was sending it back for for Parker Allen, but Parker couldn't connect with it. Another backdoor shot from Gus. This one does connect, but goalie does a phenomenal job getting wide and deflecting that one out. That's going to be your game. Bulls clear this one. 12-0. We'll be back at, what's our next game? In a couple hours. Check the YouTube page. It'll have the times posted on there. But thank you guys for watching. Go Bulls.